Welcome to the session on inequalities, and this topic is very important for SBI clerical exam. And from this topic you may be given 4 to 5 questions. 4 to 5 questions, and these 4 to 5 questions you have to complete it in less than 2 minutes of time, because these questions are very easy questions to attempt. Okay, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, and our YouTube channel name is Time for Bank Exams, and also like the video. Before going to the questions, I suggest you, once you see the question, pause the video and try to get the solution for that question. After some time, after practicing the question, again you can watch the video. Okay? Now, once see the instructions. In these questions, relation between different elements are shown in the statements. These statements are followed by 2 conclusions. Give your answer as choice 1. Only conclusion 1 follows. Choice 2. Only conclusion 2 follows. Choice 3. Either conclusion 1 or conclusion 2 follows. Choice 4. Neither conclusion 1 nor conclusion 2 follows. Choice 5. Both conclusions 1 and 2 follow. Now let's see the questions. So we have given 2 expressions, expression 1 and expression 2. Now first conclusion is R less than V, and second conclusion is Q less than V. How to solve this kind of question? Simple. Now according to the first conclusion, the relationship is given between R and V. The relationship is given between R and V. Right. Now R is in statement 1, expression 1, and V is in expression 2. To combine these 2 statements, the common term is U. So let's take the U. Let's take the U and write these 2 terms R and V on either side of the U. R and V. R, U, V. U is the common term. R and V are the given terms. Now try to identify the relation between R and U. Now the relation between R and U is less than and less than are equal to leads to less than. U and V is equal to. So the relation between R and V is less than and equal to leads to less than. So R less than V is follows. Now let's move on to the second conclusion. Again, Q is in statement 1, expression 1, or V is in expression 2. To combine these 2, common term is U. So again take the U and take these 2 terms Q and V on either side. So Q and V. And relation between Q and U is less than or equal to less than leads to less than, and less than or equal to leads to less than. So relation between Q and U is less than, and U and V relationship is equal. So less than and equal to leads to less than. So the relationship is Q is less than V. So even this one follows. Q less than V follows, R less than V follows. Both 1 and 2 follow. Both 1 and 2 follow is choice 1. Okay, now move to the question number 2. Again, we have given 2 statements, statement 1 and statement 2. First conclusion is between G and L. Okay, now G is in statement 1 and L is in statement 2. So to combine these 2, the common term is K. So let's take the K here and take these 2 terms on either side of K. G, L. What is the relation between G and K? G less than K. Relation between K and L, K less than or equal to L. Less than or equal to leads to less than. So final relation between these elements is G is less than L, so which follows. Conclusion 1 follows. Now conclusion 2 is between D and G. To combine the D and G, common term is K. Let's take the K and take these 2 elements on either side, D and G. What is the relation between D and K? D is greater than or equal to K. Relation between K and G is G less than K. G less than K is as good as K greater than G. Now greater than or equal to greater than leads to greater than. So the relationship between D and G is D greater than G. And here also we have given D greater than G. So 2 follows. So 1 follows and 2 follows. Both 1 and 2 follow. Choice 5. Clear? Move on to the question number 3. We have given 2 statements. Now, let's move on to the statement conclusions. First conclusion is between L and G, as well as second conclusion is also between L and G. So L is in statement 1 and G is in statement 2. To combine these two, common term is R. So let's take the R and take these two terms on either side. L, G. What is the relation between L and R? L is greater than or equal to R. What is the relation between R and G? G less than or equal to P, P less than or equal to R. So less than or equal to less than or equal to leads to less than or equal to. G less than or equal to R is as good as R greater than or equal to G. So the relationship between L and G is L greater than or equal to and greater than or equal to leads to greater than or equal to. So L greater than or equal to G. L greater than or equal to G. First conclusion is L greater than G. Can you say definitely L greater than G? No, it may be also equal, so we cannot say. The second conclusion, L equal to G. Can you say definitely L equal to G? No, it may also be greater than. So independently these two are not true, but I can say that one of these two will be definitely true. Either greater than or equal has to be true, right? So L greater than or equal to G. So either 1 or 2 follows. That is choice 3. Independently does not follow, but one of them will definitely follows. Move on to the question number 4. Again, we have given 2 statements. It's fine. Now, first one is between C and H. To combine the C and H, common term is E. So let's take the E, and the C and H are either side of the E. Right. Relation between C and E, less than and less than are equal to leads to less than. E and H, we have opposite signs, so we cannot establish any relation between E and H. When we cannot establish any relation between E and H, we cannot establish any relation between C and H also. So conclusion 1 does not follow. So when we have opposite signs, we cannot establish any relation. Let's move on to the second conclusion. Again, to combine the D and G, common term is E. So let's take the E and D and G on other side. Relation between D and E is D less than or equal to E. E and G is greater than. E greater than G. So relation between D and G, we have opposite signs. So we cannot establish any relation. So conclusion 2 does not follow. So 1 does not follow, 2 does not follow. So neither 1 nor 2 follows is choice 4. Okay. Neither 1 follows nor 2 follows. On to the next question. We have given 2 statements. First conclusion is between P and T. P less than or equal to T. So to combine the P and T, common term is R. So let's take R and take P and T on either side. Relation between P and R, greater than or equal to greater than leads to greater than. R and T, R less than T. So between P and T, we have opposite sides. So we cannot establish any relation. So P less than or equal to T does not follow. Q greater than U. So to combine the Q and U, common term is R. So let's take the R and take the Q and U on either side. So Q and R relation, Q greater than R. R and U relation, less than or equal to leads to less than. So R less than U. Again between Q and U, we have opposite signs. So we cannot establish any relation between Q and U. So Q and U relation does not follow. So neither 1 nor 2 follows. Choice 4. Move on to the next question. we have given these two statements. Now, conclusion is between V and O. V is in statement 1, O is in statement 2. So common term is X. So let's take the X and take the V and O on either side. What is the V and X relation? Greater than or equal to and greater than or equal to, which leads to greater than or equal to. What is X and O relation? Greater than and greater than or equal to leads to greater than. What is the V and O relation? Greater than or equal to greater than leads to greater than. So final result between V and O is V greater than O. And conclusion is also same. So one follows. Now, W and Y. No need to combine because both are in the same statement. So what is the relation between W and Y? Greater than or equal to greater than leads to greater than. W greater than Y. But what is given here? W less than Y. Does not follow. Only one follows. It's in choice one. Only one follows. Go to the next question. Two statements P, Q, or R, S, T, U. Now here even without looking for a common term, directly you can combine these two statements. To combine these two statements, common term is R. Let's combine it. If the common term is in middle of the statement, the combining is not possible. I mean, it is possible, but you will get several cases. But the common terms, when they are at the ends, you will get the only one case you can combine directly. R less than S less than or equal to T greater than Q. So let's answer the question. T greater than Q. Between T and Q, I have opposite signs. So we cannot establish any relation. R and T. Less than and less than or equal to leads to less than. So R less than T follows. So only 2 follows. It is choice 2. When the common terms are at the end or a beginning of the statements, you can combine easily. When it is in the middle, combining may be difficult. You will get several cases. Go to the next question. Here also, if you observe that common terms at the beginning and the end, so you can combine it. How to combine it? We have statement E less than F less than or equal to G greater than H. Now E to I relation, E less than I is as good as I greater than E. I less than or equal to J is as good as J greater than or equal to I. It is a new expression. Now let's check it. F greater than I. Between F and I, we have opposite signs. So we cannot establish any relation. H and J. Between H and J also we have opposite signs. We have these opposite signs. Sorry, these two opposite signs or these two, whatever it may be, we have opposite signs. So we cannot establish any relation between J and H. So when it does not follow. Neither one nor two follow. It is choice 4. So when we have opposite signs between the elements, we cannot establish any relation. Next question. Now here common term is in the middle of the statement. So combining may be a little bit difficult. So don't combine it. Now let's move on to the conclusions. But the first conclusion is between J and L. And J and L are both in the same statement. So what we can get the conclusion? Less than or equal to leads to less than or equal to. J less than or equal to L. But what is given? J equal to L does not follow. O and I. O is in statement 2, I is in statement 1. So we have to combine. Common term is L. So let's take the L and take these two statements O and I on either side. What is the relation between I and L? Less than or equal to leads to less than. Less than and equal to leads to less than. So I less than L is as good as L greater than I. O and L relation. Less than or equal to less than leads to less than. So L less than O is as good as O greater than L. Now the new relation between O and I. Greater than leads to greater than. So O greater than I follows. So O greater than I follows. So only 2 follows. only 2 follows is choice 2. Okay, now move to the next question. Again, common term is Q and it is in the middle. So better go by the conclusions directly. P and R relation. P is here, R is here, common term is Q. Let's take that. What is the common term is Q. Common term is Q. Now, P and R, you have to take it on either side. P and R. You have to take it on either side. So what is the relation between P and Q? P is less than Q. P is less than Q. What is the relation between Q and R? Q greater than R. So the relation between P and R is we have opposite signs. So when we have opposite signs, we cannot establish any relation. So P and R relationship cannot be established. So one does not follow. Right. So let's move on to the second statement. P and S. Again, to combine the P and S, common term is Q. So we have to take Q. Let's take the Q. Let's take the Q. And what are the given terms? P and S. Let's take it on either side. P and S. Okay. Now, what is the relation between P and Q? P is less than Q. Q and S. Greater than and greater than are equal to leads to greater than. So Q greater than S. Again, between P and S, we have opposite signs. So we cannot establish any new relation. So P and S relationship does not follow. So neither 1 nor 2 follows. It is choice 4. Okay. So please keep practicing the questions. If you have any doubts, please get back to us. And all our social media handles are given here and also given in the description box. Telegram channel, YouTube channel, and Instagram and Facebook. So please subscribe. And if you have any queries, please get back to us. And for classroom coaching, contact our nearest time center. For online courses, you can enroll at t4e.info/banksssc online. Thank you. Have a nice day.